The idea behind material things and the real reason Jesus doesn't want us to have anything to do with it is the exact metaphor of an oasis in the desert. Material things such as my beautiful room. I have worked years to accomplish my dream room and I finally have it. But at the end of the day, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking I'm just sitting in a beautiful and very luxurious oasis. What I mean by that is here I am sitting in a room full of beautiful things, when outside of my room there are many occurring problems. The problem with having material things is that they're so beautiful to us that they become precious like water and palm trees in the desert. They become our safety refuge that we never want to leave. The reason that we don't have motivation to go out and fix things that we do have power to at least change something little in, which we all know that even one small change can lead to great change because it causes a waterfall of effects and it ends up being a full circle. Anyway, having a beautiful oasis such as material things, maybe it's not a beautiful room, maybe it's a closet full of cool clothes, closet full of cool clothes. It's kind of a tongue twister. Closet full of cool clothes. Anyway, or maybe it's a box of jewelry. Maybe it's a house with decorations. Anyway, all these things tie us down like an anchor. It's as if we've been walking in a desert and our main purpose is to reach a mainland and we rest at the oasis. And once we rest at the oasis, we don't want to leave and we end up just creating a family there and settling there because in order to get to the mainland, we'd have to walk many more miles. Many more miles in a desert that would make us hungry and thirsty and just tired all over again and wishing that we had stayed at the oasis. So what does this mean in normal terms? This means that we should not be comfortable living in an oasis. We should not be comfortable living in luxury unless the world around us is normal and stable and also living in luxury, because then that just would make us selfish. We should work towards living in a land full of prosperity. What does that mean? If we live in a country with a bunch of problems, we should get out of our oasis and try to help out this desert start to thrive as well as the oasis. And if we can't do that, we should move to community where everyone is working in harmony to help the community remain this beautiful, prosperous land that it is. If you don't want to be tied down, you should work in your life towards living in a community where the whole land is flourishing with green and water and not just a tiny piece. Because the truth is, when we're in a beautiful land that is flourishing everywhere, we don't want to stay in one spot the whole time. We don't even want to stay in one house the whole time because there's so many greater things around us. We end up just moving the whole time and getting to know the whole community. Jesus doesn't want us to love materials because we get too comfortable and we get too focused on them and we end up not wanting to fix any of the real problems around us. So think about what's your oasis and think maybe it's time to leave to start to cultivate the land of desert around it, or to find a whole new community where everyone works together in achieving peace. Because when those around you want to work towards something greater, it makes you want to do the same. So at the end of the day, it will be you and many others who are all working for a greater purpose. And you will never be left feeling empty and useless and without a purpose again. Because when there's people around us that are great, we become greater.